you are going to see one of the most advanced features that I've ever seen on an e-bike on the Evie S1. Also, I'm going to be talking about the quality of it. We're going to be doing a few hill tests, brake tests, give my overall opinion of the S1. So do enjoy the video. Putting the S1 together is actually very easy. Just take it out, turn the bike upside down, and then put the front wheel on like I am here. Next thing is to align the handlebars to make sure everything is straight, which will take you a matter of seconds. After that, the only thing you really need to do is to put your pedals on and you are good to go. You get 2 NFC cards with it, and you also get a ownership card that you will use to register the app. Of course, you do get the charger supplied with the S1. Well, this is my first ride on the S1. Handlebars are wide, giving you nice stability. And we are actually on no assist mode right now. We are on 0, which means the motor is not doing anything. So let's say, well, we're going 21 kilometers an hour right now, 22. Let's put that up to, okay, you can feel the motor now. We're on gear 1, 2. Wow, it's so smooth actually to use. You have 9-speed Shimano gears on this, 250 watt motor, range of up to 70 kilometers. That is of course assisted. Tires are Kenda tires, very good grip for turning corners, really good. And a really nice feature on a bike like this is of course it does indeed have full hydraulic brakes wrap around. You have a simple bell here. Let's just put it on to gear 3. And we're going to top speed now, 20. Actually, we're going faster. Why is that possible? Gear 4. We're actually going 26, so we're going over the claim limit. 25. Of course, the faster you pedal, the faster you can actually go on the bike, which is really nice. There is a hill right in front of us. We'll do another hill test as well in just a few minutes. But we're going to see what it's like climbing this hill, and there is a good bit of wind coming towards me now. Very windy day, so we'll do it on the 0 start and we'll see what it's like. So I'll actually stop on the hill to see exactly what it's capable of. Okay, gear 5, let's go. 1 pedal, 2 pedal. Oh, the motor's kicking in. Here we go. Very easy, and we're on gear 7 through the gear shifter. An absolute breeze going up this hill, and the wind is very heavy coming towards me. I think because the handlebars are wide, you feel quite comfortable. The grips are actually really nice on this, on both sides. Display is very easy to see. You can switch between your speed, average speed, max speed, how many kilometers you've done. Of course, we've only done 1 kilometer right now. You have quick release front wheel, and also the back motor has a quick release connector. So if you want to change the tube or tires at some point, you can just quick release that motor, which is very nice to see. Now this e-bike, look at this. Let me just stop for a second. If you can hear the motor kicking in. It's a breeze to actually pedal this. Gear shifter is actually very nice. You have a back one here, and you have the front one here to shift down, like this. Or you can just shift up to 9, for example. Easy, built, really nice, of course. Mud guards. The whole frame itself has had the welds ground down, so you cannot see the welds. They're completely invisible. As an optional extra, you can get the Warrior kit, where you get the front rack, the kickstand, and you also get the rear rack. Assembling this will take you around 15 minutes, and there is a full video on their own YouTube channel on how to do this. They do support a weight of up to around 25 kilos, which should do the job no matter where you are on your journey. It's definitely worth the money. But when it comes to the display on the S1, it could not be any more simple. You have your speed, gears 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It also tells you your maximum speed, how long you've been cycling, and so on. It also has your battery meter there. Now, of course, when you do turn on the app, the first thing to do is to actually give your bike a name. I just called it S1 for the purpose of the video. Very easy to pair. After that, you can see stats such as the percentage, how far you've traveled, and also if you are outside, it will detect the GPS. So if your bike is actually stolen, you can actually see exactly where it is with the built-in GPS, which is a really nice feature. Now, of course, I did do a hill test on the S1. The hill here is around 15 degrees, going up and back, which was an absolute breeze, no problem at all. It handled it very well. This is the most expensive bike I've had on this channel, and it is probably the most advanced bike that I've actually had on this channel. Taking a look at this first time, I was blown away by the quality of the actual frame on it, because the welds on it are completely invisible. In other words, when it was actually put together, it was actually ground down to a complete smooth surface, and with the matte black finish, it is so sleek looking that a lot of people would be looking at it and saying, what brand is that? Now you might be saying, how heavy is this? Well, it's just over the 20 kilo mark. This would not fit in my lift, so I had to actually just carry it down the stairs, which was 2 flights of stairs. I mean, I thank God it wasn't heavy at all. So if you're somebody that lives in an apartment, you know, is sick of carrying up and down your heavy bike that you currently have, if that's the case, well, you're not going to have that problem with this. Over 20 kilos, you can't really go wrong. A few bikes that I've reviewed have not had good tyres at all, but the tyres in this are Kenda tyres, and they have actually a really nice tread on the sides going all the way around, and a really nice canal here, which is brilliant for grip and going around corners. So even in winter, these tyres should be more than sufficient enough to give you the grip that you need. You can also see the quick release connector here for the rear wheel, so if you get a puncture, it's very easy to change. This is of course the integrated lock that you use with your NFC card, which is built really well. Strong frame design. It has motion detection, of course bike alarm, and it has the GPS geofencing. It has a really nice charge port that is actually sealed very well. The actual frame itself has been strengthened with T4 and T6 heat treatment, which is 3 layers of paint also on top of that, and it has been carefully ground off to make the welding completely invisible. I've not seen a frame like this on an e-bike ever, and it is a very sleek and distinctive design, and it will absolutely turn heads. I guess you would be asking, is the 250 watt motor on it sufficient enough? And yes, it is. It can climb hills pretty much with ease once they're not crazy, like, you know, 35 degrees or something like that. And a lot of countries are actually getting more restricted with these type of bikes and electric scooters, particularly around the motor area. And I think that's where this bike would be one of them things that would be more of an investment long term, because we never know how things are going to change going forward with the laws regarding bikes, scooters and everything else in between. And the kickstand on this is actually really durable, and there's not too much of a tilt to the bike, which is absolutely fantastic. Motor kicks in just after a short time of pedaling, and like what I mentioned, full hydraulic brakes all the way, which is brilliant. And the discs on this are actually 160mm discs, giving you more vents, giving you more stopping power. And well, as always, it always comes down to price. Yes, this bike is a little bit on the expensive side, but for what you're getting, you have the full hydraulic brakes there, you have a 250 watt motor, which would apply with most regulations around the world. You have a really nice clean frame that is extremely lightweight as well. Top speed 25 kilometers an hour. You have 9-speed Shimano gears on this. Really nice stability, fantastic tires, and of course the technology on this. You have the geofencing that you can tailor to your own liking. If somebody actually happens to take this bike, you can see exactly where it is because it has GPS live tracking on it. It also has the built-in alarm, has the app, which is absolutely fantastic on this. It has the rear NFC lock on this. You know, it takes you literally 2 seconds to lock and unlock the bike, so you don't have the hassle of pulling up somewhere, putting a chain around the post, that type of thing. It's really sleek looking, and of course if you end up buying the front rack and the rear rack on this e-bike, you can of course do your shopping, store things, that kind of thing. It's kind of like, I would see it as, if I was to get a bike long term, you want something that has really good quality, and that's where the S1 comes in. There is another version of this as well, which is a step-through version, but I think, yes, it's an investment for your money, so it's definitely something to consider. And in the meantime, if you have enjoyed this video As always, please give it a like, and I will talk to you in the next video.